All right, no table is safe outside of Highmark Stadium because this crowd is loud and this crowd is ready for a ball game. We're just outside of Buffalo in Orchard Park, New York. Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started. And off we go from Highmark Stadium. And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, that means the football is going to be spotted at the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Lawrence going to throw straight away here. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Lawrence working from the gun. Has it downfield working the left. You mix it in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars take a 6-0 lead right away. Little tax on the extra point. And the Jaguars will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is Cook to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Allen comes out throwing. And the connection not quite there. Throw of the game. Dalton Kincaid, the intended target there. So it'll be 2nd down. First tone of the game for James Cook. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Stopped that time by Antonio Johnson. Jaguars with an extra defensive back out there. 3rd down. Now Allen off the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
It's exactly how you draw it up defensively. A 3-and-out and a sack on top of it. Create that negative play. Create a little doubt in that quarterback's mind. And offensively, well, that's the worst way to start it. No rhythm, no tempo, and now you give the ball right back to the opponent.
So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Jordan Poyer up from the secondary to make that stop. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Here's the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
3rd down, Lawrence to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Offense in the hurry up here. 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. Jordan Poyer has it. And the Bills will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
Going down the middle, as you can see, you're giving them a real chance at making that pick. Might be a case of trying to force one where you shouldn't have. And you're sure hoping as a quarterback you learn your lesson on that one.
Allen now on 1st down. That's incomplete left side. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's going to be 2nd down. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future. So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And the deficit stays at 7.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. A throw left side, caught by Brown. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s. Versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. Taking a big shot for the end zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. Out of the gun, Lawrence. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
And they're going to get him down just shy of midfield. Still a nice gain, though, up to the 49. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Davis. He spins, avoids the defender. We've got a foot race. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Bills first down. Play action now, Allen. He's going to dump this one off to the fullback. Complete. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the gain. But boy, Brock, what a shot. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Cook trying this one up the gut. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Sent to the ground by Mason Smith. No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd. Allen looking to throw. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and that brings up 4th and short.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
4th down, here's Allen. He's got it to his running back. They come through with 6 yards there, Brock, and they're rewarded with a new set of downs. All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Looking touchdown, but can't connect. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills cut it to a load of points on the scoreboard. David Njoku, the touchdown. Tyler Bass on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bills tie this game 7-7. Bass now to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Dump off caught by his back. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Working quickly here. Handoff on 2nd and short. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Lawrence throwing here. The Bills getting close, and they take him down. That pushes him back. Third down coming up. Throwing from the gun. Galloping inside the 40. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 31-yard play. And that's a Jaguar first down. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Right side, quick pass, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal. That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. We're back for the start of the second quarter. Jaguars have the ball and a chance at 6. Quick pass, right side, complete. Touchdown, Jacksonville. On is Little for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jaguars break that tie and now lead by 7. On now is Cook to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now run by Cook. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 38. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Foye Oluokun with the pick. And the Jaguars will take over as he records his first interception of our season. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed, and someone was there to make a play on it.
Now, what you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, kid, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
On the move, headed right. And the coverage is too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time, secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
3rd and long for him here. Escapes the pocket. He sends this one to the end zone. And that one's incomplete. Pretty fortunately so. That Instead, it brings up 4th down. Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And it stays a one-possession game at 7 points.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
Here's a give to Cook. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that 1st down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw. Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They'll try the right side with Cook. He still has room inside the 30. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Okay, that's a type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course. And you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
2nd and goal coming up from the 7. Allen setting up to throw. Cut near the goal line. And in, touchdown, Buffalo. Now the 2nd time we've had the privilege of calling a touchdown pass to him in this opening half, Brock, and you're starting to get the feeling that he isn't done yet.
Well, but defensively, Kate, you got to do something different. It's kind of like a pitcher who gives up a home run and then a 2nd home run to that same guy. You are not going to give him a pitch to hit, and this defense has got to start taking this receiver away.
That one right down the middle. And the Bills tie things up at 14. Bass now to kick this away. No return here. This kick's going to wind up as a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Lawrence to throw it. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
And that's good for a gain of 5. Jordan Poyer up from the secondary to make that stop. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
From the gun on 3rd down. He'll get this to ETN. And they'll get there and stop him at the line. On 4th down, it's Logan Cook on for the Jaguars to punt it away. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. And he found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. He manages 13 on this punt return. And the Bills will take over possession. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. On the handoff, here's Davis. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Going right back to Davis. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
On first down, Allen. Throwing for Njoku, but intercepted. Darnell Savage with the pick. And the Jaguars take over as he records his 10th career INT.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out and throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Offense up to the line fast. On 2nd down, it's Etienne. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Jordan Poyer up from the secondary to make that stop. It looked like they had it, but nope, no gain. And now they're just inches short for 3rd down. Lawrence working from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 24 on that play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down. Lawrence looking to throw. He'll get this one to Brown. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3 now. From the 21. Oh, he got way too much under that one. Too high, that's incomplete.
This is an excellent job, Kate, right here by the defense to deny that big play and make them earn it offensively. If they want to reach the end zone, they're going to have to scrap and fight right through them.
This has been a trend, yet another interception. Picked off by Xavier Howard. And the Bills regain possession as he makes the 30th interception of his career. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up and gets it right back for him.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these 2 defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Send everybody deep. I know he wants to wait and stretch the field and use his arm. The trouble is you wait too long, you end up on your back.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. Foye Oluokun with the pick. And the Jaguars are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got one, we got two. Do I hear a third interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought the defenders or offensive guys have bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a Jaguar first down. Working inside the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Jags working fast here, trying to get back to the line. After the sack, another pass on second down. And he scores. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars take the lead just before halftime. On is Little for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars break that tie and now lead by 7. On now is Cook to kick this away. And well, in the past, we wouldn't have batted an eye as it sailed over the end zone, Brock. But with our new kickoff rules in place, that's going to cost them. The football's coming all the way out to the 30-yard line. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. Putting a receiver in motion. First down throw for Allen. He's trying to push the field. He's got it inside the 25. Buffalo calls it second time out of the half. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
First and 10. Here's Allen. And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills earn the chance to tie it before halftime. David Njoku, the touchdown. His third through the air this game. He can pack it in at this point, Brock. It is already a great game for him. Imagine what he could finish up with if he stays anywhere close to this pace.
Well, this pace right here puts him in the record books. I mean, it is absurd what he's doing, and I love offensively, you keep calling it until they stop it. But goodness gracious, defense, you may want to double cover this guy.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And it flies over the end zone and out of play. In the past, it's a touchback to the 25. The new rules starting this season, Brock, so it's now going to be at the 30. They've got first and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Looking to throw. He beams one deep right side. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Tre'Davious White. And the Bills are stopped on that return, so that interception is going to be the final play of this opening half. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Now a give to Cook, running left. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Again, it's Cook. He'll cobble together a yard there. The former #1 pick, Trayvon Walker on the stop. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Another run for Cook. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Now, as that play ends, we see somebody hurt down there, and it's James Cook they're sending the trainers out to check on. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Davis up the middle. And they had that one contained right at the line. The former #1 pick, Trayvon Walker on the stop. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Now Allen off the play action. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. So this one goes out of bounds inside the 20, but not by much. They're giving him the 18-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up 2nd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Making the tackle there, Joey Bosa.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And a big hit on the return to stop it cold. It's going to be a punt of 46 yards. And it's going to be their football coming up. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Allen looking to throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. So it's 2nd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Allen on 3rd down. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Darnell Savage with a pick. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. On his Little for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars break that tie and now lead by 7. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back to the air. It's Allen after the pick. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for Keon Coleman that time. And it sets up 2nd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
2nd down. Allen throwing again. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one.
Yeah, I know nobody's perfect. And all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back to throw now, Allen. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. The Bills with a punt team out there. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. Takes it in at the 21. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Absolutely crushed that kick. A full 70-yard punt. And it'll be Jaguars football. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Tried to mix in a little wide receiver carry and catch this defense on its heels. We've seen it work time and again, and it almost got there. Without that tackle, we could have seen a big gainer. But give some credit to the defense where credit is due.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Out of the gun, Lawrence. He connects with the rookie from LSU. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he gets him around 6 there. Making the tackle there, Joey Bosa. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
From the 25 on 2nd down. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. That one's out and cut on the right side. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
They'll run here on first down. And he gets very good yardage there. That's down inside the 10. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. Back to the well again. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. He's on the move. And they take this in for the score. The Jaguars take a 13-point lead. Trevor Lawrence with the touchdown. Little able to connect on the point after. And the Jaguars double their lead to 14. On now is Cook to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. A handoff for Davis, running right. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for a Bills first down.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Davis takes it straight ahead. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Offense in the hurry up here. Running out of the gun with Davis. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. From the 23. That's brought in. It's his back, Ray Davis. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Working quickly here. Throwing now on first down. Allen. This one's good. Touchdown, Buffalo. As he naps another touchdown, Brock. I got to ask you, the former QB, is this the point where all the other guys who haven't scored or only have one touchdown today are coming over you and saying, bro, why aren't you looking for me? Throw me the football.
They may be saying it, but it's a little more of a look at can I eat too? Do I get an opportunity to sit at the table? But when you got the rapport these two have right now, the confidence and the timing, boy, you look him up every chance you get.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Jordan Poyer up from the secondary to make that stop. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. It's Jaguars football with a slight lead. Just got... All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Quick pass, right side, complete. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. That's a pickup of 9. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
New set of downs for him from the 46. We'll give up the gun to Bigsby. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
2nd and 10 now. Forced out to his right. Off the mark there, incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Lawrence working from the gun. They did it! He made the interception! Jordan Poyer has it! And the Bills have some new life in the 4th! Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long, but throwing 4? He probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Davis. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. Throwing here, Allen. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They'll go, Allen. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get 1 more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. Second down now, 7 to go. Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ryan Thomas Jr., his intended target. So it'll be third down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They strike for 23 yards. And that's a Jaguar first down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Now it's Lawrence. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. That was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw almost ended an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Has a man, it's Brown. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need 1 more now on third down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Quick pass, right side, complete. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. On his Little for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jaguars double their lead to 14. On now is Cook to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Gets everything he has under this throw. Big gain downfield. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Handoff here to Davis. And he's got a nice run. That reaches the 26. Offense up to the line fast. Here's 2nd and 2. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Allen on 3rd and 2. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short. Now Allen. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Bigsby. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Buffalo. Jaguars nearing their 2nd win of the campaign. New set of downs for them at the 38. Going to the ground again on 1st. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Buys time, rolling right. Catch is made down the right sideline. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside.
The lateral goes haywire, live ball. But the Jaguars get back on top of the loose football. They're keeping possession. So Buffalo's going to call it 2nd timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Well, you don't like to see the fumble, but hey, at least they were able to be the ones to recover it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, and I think the key there was to stay calm through the chaos. Cooler heads prevailed and got him the ball back.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Now the Bills use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. Lawrence now off the play action. Buying some time left. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And the Bills will take over deep in their own territory. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Completed to Davis. And he's up across the 20 before going out of bounds.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
2nd and 1. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get two hands on it the next time.
Davis there to grab it. And he crosses out of bounds, so now we're going to learn who the penalty flag is on. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. So after the penalty yardage marked off, here's 1st and 10. Oh, saw some movement there. That's going to cost them 5. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost them 5 yards. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Curtis Samuels there. The ball is loose. But it looked like a member of the Bills was able to get to that one, so possession remains with them. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
Ooh, very fortunate that didn't go as a turnover. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Now to throw. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he goes out a little short of the 40. 1st and 10 from the 41. Play action now, Allen. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. Looking for Keon Coleman that time. So 2nd down coming up. Again, Allen to the air. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. To throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. He's got it deep downfield. And he is in for the touchdown. Still unlikely, Brock, but it's not entirely over just yet with this score. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
So with hardly any game left, they have time for this kick and maybe a couple plays. Oh, and this will be a turnover. It's recovered by the kicking team. Well, still a risky call, but a little less so than normal given that field position. Wonder if that emboldened them to try it, partner, and in turn get the ball back successfully.
I think that's exactly what it did. Easier to stomach an onside attempt to take that kind of risk with that field position. That penalty, boy, did it prove costlier than just the yardage. It ends up costing them a chance to possess the ball, too.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. One final shot here. Need this to force overtime. Deflected. Oh, but they couldn't bring it in off the tip drill, though. They had the chance they wanted, Brock.